Someone else help. You see what I'm saying? We don't need no one help to get back to running the world other than ourselves, y'all. You know, but when people start our history off, you see what I'm saying?
Powerful. I mean, I think you run that back since we clicked on.
Okay, we clicked on the button right now. We have sound. It lost my friend of thought too. That
also, what we was talking about yesterday, I had the opportunity to speak for the Florida Black Democratic Caucus.
Oh man, powerful, powerful.
It was a very interesting. It was a very interesting conversation about the black man and the vote. The black man and what it takes for us to get out and vote. And the reality is, oftentimes the black man is relegated to second-class citizenship, and we don't get involved. And well, that's what we came to change. That's the New Image Project. We are here to be something different. We're going to be black men, not only standing up and protecting our family, but also being politically aware and being politically involved. Not letting someone just control us because they in political power. They got to come see us.
Man, so one thing about these conversations, man, is that's what I was saying. You know, when they ask where is the black man, Wall, is the black man is being attacked.
Yes.
You know,
for decades,
for eons. You know what I'm saying? For centuries. Like literally, we have prisons being built in America that are being built based on the third grade reading level of black boys. So we can recognize that before they're even black men and absent in a lot of arenas that black women have filled, they're absent in these arenas because of the continuous attack. You know, big shouts out to my brother John, man. He said it best, man. We are the survivors, and I love to drop that in different rooms, right? So we can recognize who are speaking to us. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We are the survivors of the United States government attacking us and calling it a war on drugs, y'all. You see what I'm saying? It's a war on us. Because even when they say that the war on drugs is over, I believe them. That's why a lot of our drug dealer brothers and sisters are coming home. But the war on us ain't over with. That's why political prisoners are still locked up, y'all. And political prisoners, let's be clear, these are just black women and men and women who fought against the white dudes who was controlling the government. And so in essence, they had a way of locking us up by doing what? Politicizing us? No, just by locking us up. Because they understand the war. You know what I'm saying?
So I want to definitely add to that, is that while we got to understand that we're under attack and that it's a war that we're being waged against us, because honestly, we're not fighting no war. We're like passive participants in a systematic war against us. Yeah. Because honestly, we too busy.
Bring it back. Hold on. Bring that back. We are systematic. What? Charles Soprano? Drop bombs.
We are
drop bombs.
Passive. We are passive participants in a systematic war against us, because we're not waging war against anything or anybody. We survive.
Heavy bars.
We can go from one day to the next, taking care of our families, taking care of our businesses, and there is a system that's been put into place that is attacking us on every front: health, wealth, mental health, and on every front. So stand strong, black man.
Hey, stand strong, black man. Understand this, man. Big shouts out to King Antonio, because everyone's doing their part. Big shouts out to King Sam Cope, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The brother Sam Cope has continued to do the salad challenge in our community to help people get their health and wellness up. Big shouts out to King Antonio, man, one of the 8 kings, right? Collective, right? And he said that we have to increase childhood literacy, you know what I'm saying?
We got to.
And that's what my brother said, you know what? And that's the thing about having a superpower, right? You're able to go inside the lab and come back out with something that's like so amazing. So big shouts out to the Barbershop Book Club, man, for everything my brother doing, man, to increase childhood literacy in our community, man. Those things and those efforts that do not need to be unnoticed.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to just second that. Big shouts out to Cope, big shouts out to T. Brown, Barbershop Book Club, and a lot of people don't understand why community members do things like this is because there are stats and statistics that we don't even know about. There's things that's going on in our community we have no idea about. So I want to give a big shout out to Chief for keeping those stats and keeping those facts in our face, so we know what's what.
Real facts, man, and we need that. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I was gonna drop, I'm gonna actually do a live about it too, Charles Soprano. But we was doing a little dive, and we love the history stuff. One thing we love is the history. I love history. I like to take history back to about 15,000 years ago and bring it back to right now. Charles Soprano can bring you some history from 60 years ago that you did not know about, and it just be coming through. It gets facilitated through your brother Reno a lot of times, man. But Big shots out to Gibbs Junior College, right? It's one of the forgotten histories, right?
Wait, hold on. Gibbs Junior College?
Listen, man.
Speak on it.
Man, listen, man. Y'all get me somebody, man, that is alumni, right? The alumni are still here, y'all.
Yeah, they still here.
Gibbs Junior College, man. What you know about Gibbs Junior College, man? I'm talking about St. Petersburg, Florida, 1957, man.
Try it.
Gibbs Junior College.
Gibbs Junior College.
Gibbs Junior College, man, St. Petersburg, Florida, 1957, man.
Wait a minute, hold on.
We got the logo and everything for the people, man.
Hold on.
We got the logo now. I got the logo of the alumni now.
What you saying? That's a black college here in St. Pete?
Well, I'm not saying it is a black college. I don't put words in my mouth. But what I was saying, it was a HBCU in St. Petersburg, Florida. It was a black college.
Okay. It was a black college in St. Pete named Gibbs Junior College.
In the 1950s, the African Americans were graduating in record numbers from area of all.
Wait. Hold on. African Americans was doing what?
In the 1950s, African Americans were graduating in record numbers from area, right?
Yep.
All black high schools with little or no access to higher education. Although the Supreme Court's 1954 Brown versus Board of Education decision integrated public schools and had been in effect for 3 years, many public colleges and universities, including St. Petersburg Junior College, had not integrated. The nearest public African American institution was Florida A&M, University of Tallahassee, and the nearest private black college was Bethune-Cookman College in Daytona Beach. Many Tampa Bay area students didn't have the means to go far away for their studies. To accommodate their needs, a college was created in St. Petersburg to serve the students in Pinellas, Hernando, Hillsborough, Pasco, Pinellas, Polk, Manatee, Sarasota counties. It was named Gibbs Junior College.
Ooh.
Gibbs Junior College. Bring that mic down. There we go. Gibbs Junior College was one of a dozen colleges established by the state in the days before desegregation. During its 10-year existence, Gibbs Junior College, located on the campus of Gibbs High School, met the needs of thousands of young men and women in the Tampa Bay area. Established in 1957 in Pinellas County School Board of Public Instruction, Gibbs opened on September 3rd. The college initially operated at the Gibbs High School during the afternoon and in the evening, but in 1958 it moved to its own adjacent facility.
1958.
Man, look here, man. I want to get into this right. Listen, students from 46 Florida counties, 9 states. Oh, hold on. I'm going to go back to this right for short. There were 58 faculty members, right? You ready for this one?
Yeah.
There were 58 faculty members holding 119 degrees from 51 different higher education institutions. 3 of the facility included the President Rembert and who had a doctorate degree. Students from 46 Florida counties, let's take off, y'all. Students from 46 Florida counties, that means word of mouth, they all knew about the bird. And we be surprised that everybody know about the bird. It be because of all the hidden history these people did on us. So the students from 46 Florida counties, 9 states, the Virgin Islands, the Bahamas, and Africa enrolled at the college. In addition to the area school board provided free bus services to the students from Hillsborough and Manatee and Sarasota counties. The students had begun with 245 students, but by the time the college last year as an autonomous institution, it had an enrollment of 901 black kids, man.
So that was 1,000 students.
It got broken down. They broke Gibbs Junior College down, man, with false charges from the St. Petersburg Times, man, that was later proved not to be accurate by the school board. But they did not get a school back, y'all. And what they did though, in the 1990s, what they did, y'all, they named the Gibbs campus, and that's how we get slapped in our face with history, man.
So a little piece of that history. When the St. Petersburg Times did an expose article on the founder of Gibbs Junior College,
Mr. Rembert.
Mr. John Rembert, they said he was like misappropriating student funds through the GI Bill.
That's how they slander you. They use their tools of propaganda to slander you. So you mean to tell me the St. Pete Times want to break down a black college? No.
Yeah,
the St. Pete Times did not want to break down a black college. They want to break down a black college, so they use their newspaper. This is how people work together. A newspaper did not want to bring down a black university. The institutions that are around them utilize their newspapers as the hand to break the breakdown.
So I want to just jump in there because I don't like a lot of the stuff that the St. Pete Times has done in the history of our community. It has always been a thorn in the side of the black community,
and it's an agenda
as an institution. And I wouldn't put nothing past the nefarious plots that they would concoct, because, like you said, that was a black excellence institution. It was black greatness at St. Pete, at Gibbs Junior College, which turned to St. Pete Junior College. Mm-hmm. So the birth of St. Pete College really came out of the mishandling and the lying that was done on the black institution.
That's how I go down, man. It's just another little thorn. So you mean to tell me that a black man had so much money after slavery that he was able to get the city of St. Petersburg, or did he give his city land to build Jordan Park? I'm telling you, wealth and people were already here, y'all. I think we got a lot of lies and stuff that's not even lies. It's just when they start teaching us history and they do an excellent job by leaving out what we do in history out of the story, then we'll continuously be lost in the sauce. Elder Jordan gave all that land. Now, what did Elder Jordan get all this money to give land, to buy the land? What did he get all this money from to buy the land? I'm saying you Indians need to recognize that y'all the Indians, and I don't want to keep calling y'all Indians, but that's what they called us when they got here. And I'm saying that because I don't want to continue to label ourselves names that they've labeled us. I don't believe that we called ourselves Indians. You see what I'm saying? But we were already here. And that's why we got people, a busing system that was bringing, come on, man, we were out here fighting for people to get a bus of jobs. There was a busing system that was established to bring black kids from Sarasota, from Manatee, from Hernando County, just to Gibbs Junior College. It's heavy bars, man, because if we don't know history, then the history will repeat itself. And that's what they know.
And that's what it's doing.
And that's what they know, you know what I'm saying?
And this is repeat cycle because so many people don't know the history or the past.
That's a pretty cool effort too when you think about it. If I can get y'all not to know something, then I promise you it won't be impossible to repeat it, because the DNA inside of us is the same DNA that built pyramids. And I'm gonna say it again. You know what I mean? We don't have new blood in our body, right? There's no new blood on the planet Earth. You see what I'm saying? So the blood that's inside our body is still the blood that was here thousands of years ago, y'all. You know what I'm saying? There's always reconnections, not reconnections. There's always oh man, we need to talk about that one of these days too, man. And I'm gonna get people on here to talk about what I'm thinking about right now. I ain't even gonna talk about it. But just understand that we got to do more than just stick together, man. Upon sticking together, we have to come and bring the information. I forget what they call it, a guru, or not a guru, but like a guru or something like that. Right now, I'm not mispronouncing it. But it's an ancient African a person who used to be in the community that told the stories.
Okay.
And David Chappelle also called himself that as well, a person who would tell stories. You know what I'm saying? Because Africans didn't tell stories for it to be facts. That's a European thing. The European things are facts. This is a fact, and you gotta stick to this fact. That's a European thing. Africans told stories so you could get this message.
Like a parable.
It's a parable, exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Bible is written. The Bible is written in allegory. It's a story is told to have another meaning. You know what I mean? But that was the African style of teaching. It's not to be rooted in telling the truth, but more so rooted in you getting the message from that story. Not to break down every part of that story to see if that guy was telling the truth. That is not the African style. But we have a new style now, and it's a new thought process inside of us that search for facts. You know what I'm saying? So facts still remains. We were already here when people came over. That's why the paintings and the descriptions of early America it was riddled with copper-colored races. And we not black people, y'all. We copper. You know what I'm saying? And we shouldn't be saying that we copper now, because even color law slows us down in law, because color law don't allow us to exist. There's no such thing as a race of people that's based on color, because there's no color nation. And so when we say that we're black people, and then the police says black suspect, black male suspect or on the run, they have filed us up on the color law, and it's one of the many reasons why we don't get reparations. And then we fall for things like they can't add up how much they use math to tell you how many stops a train that is moving 60 miles per hour, how many stops is it going to make if it leaves Friday at 6 p.m. and it gets to St. Louis on Sunday at 3 p.m. Math can allow us to calculate how many times that train has stopped. You see what I'm saying? And so we're falling for people bull crap, right? Because they're telling us for years, but they're telling our elders, and now we're becoming the elders. And so what we gotta do is be cognitive, not to fall for the same old stuff that our people don't fail for, y'all. But to listen to people tell us that they can't calculate how much money is owed to us is blasphemous.
Whoa.
Every black leader that is a leader should be we should be all singing the same song, one sound, one band, one sound. Every black person in this world should be screaming for reparations for black people in America.
And see, that's what I want to say. One of the issues is that a lot of our most brilliant minds and people in power have repeatedly said that they weren't interested in reparations. You can go all the way from Obama to people before Obama. There's always been an undertone with the people in control, the people who speaking for our community. They often always say that there is no need for reparations. They don't want reparations, and many other different things.
Check them at the front door, y'all. And when people say all our lives, we heard people say all our lives, y'all, that stay black, right? Stay black and die, right? Some people say I ain't gotta do nothing but stay black and die, right? And one thing I've noticed, that the people who talk like that, they never talk like that, right? And so the people who say, man, stay black and die, they never say, I don't want reparations. And so what type of black man is it that's saying this kind of stuff? They are well-programmed black men. And so when we're dealing with former President Obama, you're dealing with a well-programmed black man, because you have to question the integrity of any black man that is telling you that we should not be compensated. Let's be clear. This is a fight that we've been fought for. That's why 40 acres and a mule did not come about because white people were feeling generous. There were black people at that time that says, hey man, we have done all this work on our land for y'all people. Y'all need to compensate us for the work that has been done. And so understand that did not come from a dude who was inside the house with Master, right? The people who was inside the house with Master, they were cool. It's people like us who was outside that say, hey man, bump all this, we gotta get up out of here. Remember this consciousness, because as it sits inside of our people 100 years later, some people are gonna sit around our community with their face and tell you all that we should not be fighting for reparations. And that you found a friend in Jesus, I promise you, you should not find a friend in any black man that stands there and say that we do not deserve reparations as a people. That is not a friend, y'all. You see what I'm saying? That's not a friend. You see what I'm saying? I mean, like 40 acres and a mule. Now, mind you, this is how the slap in the face goes to our people, and it continues to this day, right? Because after they bucked us on reparations, they gave each other a gang of land.
No. What they did, they instituted reparations for the slave owners and the plantation owners. So what they did was took the reparations that was going to be given to the slaves or the ex-people who were held hostage, whatever you want to call them. Then they gave it to the white plantation owners, and then they gave it to the
and to add to that, not only did they give it to the former white slave masters, but they also said that anyone of European descent from around the world, these people came from around the world, and the deal was all you had to do was live on your land for 5 years and grow and harvest and cultivate your land for 5 years, and after that, you can own it free outright. People were coming from all over Europe, living in America for 5 years, growing their crops and doing everything, and then going back and having that land. They were given over 100 free acres. And so if a lot of our homeboys sat around here in weed traps, and then now we can see the same people still in the weed trap industry. You You see what I'm saying? Now, black people after slavery was selling watermelon because they were growing watermelon so good, they were selling it all throughout the South, that whites started to slander them and make caricatures and pick on them and got black people out of another industry. And now black people who create industries. And that's why your brother Reno says that the elevation of our consciousness is needed. Why? Because we can no longer be the people who create industries and then beg people for the same jobs.
Yeah, it is a dynamic situation when you have the greatest minds in the world looking for employment.
It just, I need somebody to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't making sense, that means it ain't adding up, right, y'all? Like dive into this. Here we have 4 to 5 black women who told they can't even pee in the same restroom, right, at their employment, right? But these 4 to 5 black women were able to get space shuttles out of space, right? Now the whole time, since their time to right now, we're still screaming that our children are being miseducated. You can imagine what happened when you go to re-educate your own children, right? Because if we're doing all this with backwards education, what happens when we get real education, y'all? Remember, Carter G. Woodson authored the book, The Miseducation of the Negro, and you're still saying that Negroes are miseducated. So this is a 100-year game that's being ran on y'all. And you're still the number one inventors on the planet. The black woman invented global positioning systems.
GPS.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? So like when we're afraid to do different things and not understanding our true power, I'm saying that the whole world needs our intellectual data. And inside of our unity, can our intellectual data begins to benefit us first, that we sell to the world. But right now, while we're divided as people, our intellectual data gets to advance other people and becomes something that's a fear magnet for us.
Actually used against us.
Absolutely. You know, I love that game because it's a game. And when we understand that the game is being played on us, then we'll start playing the game together. But right now, we're playing the game against each other that benefits somebody else. And I'm okay with that too, because it's just a process. Process takes time to get up out of, though. But this is more than a political hour with the Breakfast Club, man. This is a stay woke moment, man, because we have to consistently stay woke. Why you say stay woke, Reno? Because dang, like somebody don't put us to sleep, y'all. And with sleep come dreams. But when you get done dreaming, you gotta do what? Stay woke to build your dreams.
Stay woke, y'all.
Hit me up, please. Okay. So lastly, man, we gonna get up out of here, man. We had like a 45-minute segment for y'all this week, man, and we're gonna keep on bringing more topics in for y'all to have conversations. And we want to get back to having y'all call into the show. You know what I'm saying? Make y'all be a part of the Power Plug Radio like we were doing in the beginning. We made a little move. You know what I'm saying? We got a new spot and everything. But it's time to get y'all back interacting with the conversations, man.
Right. Pull back in. Man, big shout out to all the graduates and their parents.
That's right.
People who looked out for them, because we have a bunch of beautiful children graduating.
Man, listen here, man. And what we want to do in the future, man, look at this pimping thing, right? We know that our children, man, beautiful, as Brother Prano say, man, beautiful, intelligent. What we want them to do is not go out there and run white corporations. What we don't want our children to do is to continue to go out there and feel like they're getting slided on positions because of their hairstyles. You know, we don't want our women to feel like they're taking a risk with their employment and how they feed their children just by rocking a natural. Right? Because that means that you're working for the enemy. Sometimes you could be sleeping with the enemy, but sometimes you could be working for the enemy, man. And I'm not saying the enemy in a bad way. No, I'm saying the enemy in a real way. Because anybody who will question who will challenge your employment and how you feed your family, just for you being your natural self, man, I said again, man, we found friends in Jesus, man, but I don't know if we continue to find friends in anything else that look like us right now, man. These times right now are too real for us to be skinning and grinning in everybody's face and then mean mugging each other. You know what I'm saying? Loose up your eyebrows when you look at your own people.
That's right. And big shouts out to Saturday Morning Shop. They got this thing going on this Sunday.
Big popping.
Big things popping, little things stopping.
Ooh, say that again, Charlie Bernie.
Big things popping, little things stopping.
Little things stopping, man. That's what it's about right there, man. And we here for everything but the BS, man. We want to build in our community, man, but we don't need one thing. We need y'all help. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, man, make sure y'all get into the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club inbox. Make sure y'all jump into CDAT, the Community and Development and Training Center inbox. Yeah. Y'all get at us, man, because one thing we understand, we need more people.
We need more people.
This is your brother Reno Moore,
And I
man.
am the one and only Mr. Evans.
Hey, man, we finna get about this piece, man. Big shouts out to Power Plug Radio, man. Big shouts out to 99 Jam, man. Big shouts to all y'all, because we can't do it without each other. So it ain't about me, it ain't about you, it's about us together, man. And that's why we are the 8 Kings Collective, y'all. You understand? We gotta do the collective.
Get out of here.
All right, babe, let's talk. What's wrong? What's that from? Where was that? We go to brunch.
Hell yeah, boy, you said
I'm
he.
still on.
Yeah, bad.
I know, me too.